For me, the Philip Leverhulme Prize was really transformational. It came at a moment in my career where things were extremely busy and I'd just had 2 children and I was very, very chaotic, and it allowed me a moment of respite, a bit of time to take stock of the research that I'd been doing until that point, and really consolidate things. So for me, it was really the pivot, the turning point for me.
The Philip Leverhulme Prize was, I can't really overstate the importance of it. It was an absolutely transformative moment for me in my academic career and in my thinking. I received the prize when I felt I was gaining confidence as a scholar and had said quite a lot of what I thought I wanted to say, and the prize gave me the space to think, to do new things, to explore with time and creativity some of the things that had interested me for a long time.
The Philip Leverhulme Prize came at a really pivotal moment for me. I had a personal fellowship, but I didn't have a team. And with the prize, I was able to hire the first postdoc into my team and do work that actually enabled me to start putting in big grants. So really it was the whole catalyst for me now having my own research group and being able to have that feeling of social bonding and intellectual support on the topic that I find so interesting.
One thing that I kind of decided early on in my career is that I really didn't want to drop either legal analysis, proper political science studies, so the empirical study of war, or ethical analysis. And there have been moments in my career, many moments, where I thought that maybe that was too much to work across 3 different fields. I'm not the only one who does that, but it is still somewhat unusual. Mostly academics specialize to be either legal experts or political science experts or philosophers. And in some sense, the Philip Leverhulme Prize was that kind of boost of confidence that this was the right decision, that this was possible. It was a type of validation at a quite crucial juncture in my career that meant I just kept going with that.
The Leverhulme Prize has been incredibly enabling. So the fact that it's largely unrestricted allows me to seed a lot of work around AI and human evolution, particularly in the area of education. So it allows me to very clearly target things that other funders might not fund. So at the moment, one of the things we're looking at is we're building a new city in Zanzibar. So that's what we're working on right now, and thanks to the Leverhulme Prize.
The Philip Leverhulme Prize came at a very important stage in my career. I just published my first book, Touch and Intimacy in First World War Literature, and I just had my first job at Queen Mary. So for me at that time, the thing was to go back to teaching, and suddenly the Philip Leverhulme Prize comes along, and 2 things were very important which had completely shaped my career. First, it allowed the space for me to engage with different kinds of academics, anthropologists, historians, cultural historians, military historians, people doing French and German, and have these conversations around the war. And it became an edited volume, Race, Empire and First World War History. This was partly because Queen Mary was a far more interdisciplinary department and also more kind of politically charged. And the second thing was that it also allowed me to do archival work. I went to Australia, New Zealand, kind of all over the world basically collecting material, and it fed into my book on India, which was published 10 years later. But even now, at the moment, I'm editing the Oxford Book of First World War colonial writing, and many of the archival work I had done then is feeding into my work now. So they have kind of very kind of long legacies, I think, these kind of wonderful kind of prizes.